So, top tips advice for 3D printing. Well, there's hundreds of videos out there about them, and when you go through them all, there's dozens, if not 100 things you have to do. But I suppose it comes down to those repeatable ones that always see you through. And I expect they would be, of course, a level bed, goes without saying. Making sure the printer is square and everything's tight and clean and plugged in and as spick and span as you would expect an industrial machine to be. I mean, maintain it every day, just some quick checks, just like you would your car, or hopefully you would at least once a week. Good filament. I think we all try and save a bit of money and buy reasonably cheap filament, but I must say, when I buy expensive filament or quality filament like this Verbatim 3M, the quality of the filament is unbelievably good, and it just results in unbelievably clean, beautiful, fault-free prints that every layer seems to weld together and, you know, come close to looking like an injection molding, which is the dream that we all expect from desktop 3D printing. And the next thing is good filament must match a good printer. I don't think one filament works in every machine by a long shot. I have one particular filament I run on the FlashForges. It's a perfect match. Prints come out beautifully. I have another filament that works on the CR10 S4 Creality. It's a perfect match. Filamentive, works beautifully with these printers. And then over here on the FormBOT, I haven't found a filament that works exceptionally well with it yet. It's an incredibly temperamental machine, and it seems that every geometry causes a change and a variation. And the amount of modifications I've done are enormous, and I have yet to meet the sweet spot of hardware that I've just talked about and filament together. But this Ender 3, running this rather expensive, I think it's £35 a roll, Verbatim 3M PLA, is a perfect match, and the prints are just eye-wateringly gorgeous. All good enough for an FDM printer, to be quite honest. It's never going to be perfect, but it should be good and repeatable. And that's what we're looking for. Consistency of room temperature, consistency of mechanics, consistency of the filament, and then you can make a consistent profile in your 3D slicer. So that's it for now. Just some top tips, they say. I don't know, I think it's just common sense advice. Hopefully it'll work for the FormBOT one day. It's only been 3 years. But certainly for the Crealities and the FlashForges, and even for the resin printers, I think those consistency of mechanics, filament, and then the ability to get a really good profile in your slicer, I think the dream then does come true. So a bit of a long video for me today. Can't believe I said so much. But yeah, keep the dream alive. Try and make everything that you do quantifiable. We don't want to have lots of variations. We don't want to tweak forever. Pick one thing, make it perfect, make it repeatable, and then maybe your hobby can turn into perhaps a business that can pay for itself. Good luck, people.